Boyuno Boutique is for the working professionals who are looking to be stylish, comfortable, fashionable, sophisticated, informal wear. Shop with us today. See what we have to offer you. Fast shipping, reasonable prices. So check us out. Church of Divine Covenant was by no mistake. That is the name because that defines who I am today. Divine blessings, favors, and completion. I am thankful and I give God the praise. So here it is. Welcome to Conversation with Boyuno. Welcome back. And I just need this tiny little favor. I promise you it's not a lot, I promise you. Tiny little favor. Share this video. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, Conversation with Boyuno. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, like my Facebook page, Conversation with Boyuno. The same thing all across the board. I promise you, you'll be entertained, informed, and just join the family. The topic I feel like is gonna raise some eyebrows. It may get some eye roll. Feel like we need to talk about it, so let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. And let's talk because at the end of the day, you don't know who's reading this. You don't know who you helping, who you guiding, who you motivating. You don't know that. So keep it clean. 1, 2, sharing is caring. So share your views. Let's all talk. Okay. Now I got that out of the way. Today's topic is, can you fall out of love? Can one fall out of love? I just want to know, can one fall out of love? And how? Why? Can one fall out of love? And why does one fall out of love? Here is my opinion. This is what I think. You can agree, disagree. That's why we're talking. Okay? You can agree and disagree. But I believe there's no such thing as fall out of love. There's no such thing as falling out of love. Because love is a decision. You make it, you stick to it. It's a decision because when you are falling in love, there are a lot of things you take into consideration. And once all of those things meet your qualifications, then you fall into love. You don't just jump ahead and fall in love. You take your time, you study, you observe, and you be patient. Because the old people say, in due time, you discover a lot of things. It don't just appear to you. It don't just happen that easily. But when time goes along, you discover things. So everything needs time. Everything needs time to grow. Everything needs time to resurrect. Everything needs time. So during that time, so now you study, you do your research, and you be patient. So in the beginning, when you fall in love, like I said, you consider a lot of things. But I feel the two concepts people always get confused. Falling in love and being in love. People always get those two things mixed up, confused. And they are separate. It's different when you're in love and it's different when you're falling in love. Because falling in love is the beginning stage. And in that beginning, while you're getting to know the person, you guys hanging out, you showing them to friends and family, taking them to public gatherings, taking them to church, meeting your church family, just being public with that person. First of all, before anything even gets to the public, you should keep it private. Keep it private for some time. Do your necessary research. Take your time. During that time, do not just boom, put it out in the public. I don't think you should, because it don't give you time to get to know that person. I don't give you time to get to know that person, because what if something happens? Not even what if. Something's bound to happen if you just jump ahead and do so. something's going to go wrong. Something's going to happen because you didn't take your time. And when you were falling in love in the beginning stage, you guys getting to know each other. You study the person, study their attitude, their character, how they treat others, how they treat you, the time, what they do with the time, how, like, you study a lot of things. And one, you have to know what it is that you want. That's number one. You have to know yourself and know what it is that you want before you even start to put yourself out there to say you want to get in, you want to be in love. You have to know what you want. You just have to, because if you don't know what you want, then why are you out there? Get to know yourself, study yourself, understand yourself, know yourself first, know what you want second, and then you put yourself out there to fall in love. Because without knowing what you want, it'll be the blind leading the blind. So know what you want first. Know what you want first. When you are falling in love, you don't say things that have no meaning, like, oh, I like a man who can dress, I like a man who takes me out. You say things with purpose. You say things that you know you truly, I like a man who value time. I like a man who consistent. I like a man who committed. I like a family man. You say things with purpose. You say things that are meaningful. You say things that are meaningful. You don't, oh, I like a man that can dress. I like a man who takes me out. I like a man who buy me flowers. Say things. I like a man who show consistency, committed. I like a man who honest. Say things that you know that you want right ahead. Don't wait until the person is not doing it. They say, I like this. Like, I like this. Why you not doing this? But if you don't say what you don't say ahead of time, how you expect them to know? You study the person, you observe everything. You observe, especially when you're with them on a regular basis, you observe how they answer the phones, you observe their phone usage, position they have their phone in. You know, you gotta observe all of that. Like, you have to observe how many times they get incoming, outgoing calls. You don't have to check it, but just observe. You observe all those things. Like, you observe, like, their body language on certain topics, over issues. You observe a lot of things, because it takes time. It takes time to fall in love. It takes a lot of time to fall in love. And during the stage of falling in love, most women give their body easily to the man. And that's where the mistake lies. Because 99% of the time, the relationship ends and they end up regretting it. That's why I strongly believe refrain from sexual acts during the time you're falling in love. We all know that sex is strong. Sex have the tendency to becloud your reasoning. It is true, because the things that you will normally pick up, if that happens, you will overlook it, and in the end, you will bear the consequences. So refrain from sexual acts during the time of falling in love. Don't be so quickly to take off your clothes. There are other ways you can display intimacy. You can do apart from being sexual with the person to show intimacy. So know those things, practice those things, and make it a habit. Because when you're falling in love, that is the time, the perfect time, the only time you would get necessary precautions, and make sure when you choose this person that it's the right person for you. I'm not being cliche here, I'm not being naive. It's not going to be 100%. By the end of the day, there's going to be a higher chance of success than when you just jump into anything and just accept whatever that comes at you. Yeah, I know the old saying goes where at a certain age, you rush through life or you rush through things because there's no time left. I disagree with that. There is no certain age. No, you should always take your time and be patient, because if you want something that is long lasting, it takes time for it. 1. 2. A foundation that is sustainable and it has purpose and meaning. People pretend a lot. There's a lot of pretending goes on during the beginning stage. There are a lot of lying goes on. But we are in a digital world. Almost everything is at your fingertips. So it minimizes the lies when you do your research. When you do your research, it minimizes the lies. So you can never say, oh, this person never told me he was married. This person never told me he had children. This person never told me. It minimizes the lies by doing your research. Most things are free of charge, I promise you. His status, children, if he was ever incarcerated, why he was incarcerated, if he had any sexual assault on his record, anything of that nature, harassment, domestic violence, that is all free of charge. That's free information. It's out to the public. Certain things like account balances, credit score, any kind of tickets or whatever, that would be $29.99. Don't ask me how I know. But there are other things but you can still find out. You can still find out. Like, you can really still find out things, I'm telling you, by observing. Observe the person. Observe how they treat others. Observe how they handle situations. Observe how they treat you. Observe the kind of words to use at you, to you. Observe. I can't stress that enough. I know they say there's a thin line between love and hate. But what I'm saying is that once you do all of those things, and whatever leads to hate, once you love someone, genuinely, sincerely love someone, you do absolute everything in your power to not lose that person. You don't jeopardize their relationship and their love. So there's a thin line between love and hate. We also gotta think about it too. When someone truly loves you, they will not do anything to hurt you, lose you. It's not possible. Then it's not love. It's not love. It's really not. So take your time, be patient, and during the stage of falling in love, seriously, refrain from sexual activities. It may not be easy. Yes, it's not easy. It's not easy at all. I understand it's not easy. But you can do it.